Hey everyone, this is Jim Riley from Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, New England Prime Properties, and I'm taking a stroll through Long Lake Park in Littleton, Massachusetts, which is beautiful conservation land. And the reason why I'm here is because this conservation property is right down the street from a listing that I'd like to show you. And before I show it to you, I kind of want to explain a little bit more about it. And you'll understand why the explanation, because it is a somewhat unique property. So the property that I want to talk to you about is 31 Springfield Drive, and that's in Littleton. It's a cozy 2-bedroom cottage, and I'll be honest, it's small. It's about 900 square feet of living area. It was built in 1940, and back then this whole area was lake cottages that were used for weekend retreats or for summer vacations. So it was not the Littleton as we know it today, which, by the way, is a great town with great schools, and the location is phenomenal. You know, you've got all major routes with easy access. You have commuter rail about 2 miles from the property. But again, I'm getting a little bit sidetracked. The cottage itself sits on 1¼ acres, and that's one of the things I kind of want to talk to you about before I show it to you. Because again, although it's a move-in ready property, there is some development opportunity there. Now, before I say any more, I do need to have that caveat of, the buyer needs to do their due diligence and, go to the town and do some homework and understand exactly what can and cannot be done with this land. So from what I understand, there are 2 options, aside from, just buying it as a home and moving in. There is the potential of a tear down, and the larger structure, or the new home that you build, does not have to be on the same footprint of the existing structure. So you could utilize other parts of the property and build a larger home. So the second option, development option that I'm aware of, is something that is sometimes referred to as the auxiliary dwelling bylaw, which was recently amended, and a copy is available at the town. And essentially what that means is that you can build an additional structure, whether you add on to the existing structure or build another structure elsewhere on the property with certain limitations. So I'm going to give you an example. You need to stay within the septic design, which before I proceed, I should tell you that as far as the septic is concerned, it's designed for a 3-bedroom. It was just pumped 3 weeks ago, April 18th, and re-inspected and passed Title V. It was an easy pass. But it is a 3-bedroom design, and whatever you do with the property, if you don't upgrade the septic to a larger system, you have to stay within that limit of 3 bedrooms. So potentially the cottage that I'm going to show you, you could keep as, let's say, a 1-bedroom. And then elsewhere on the property, maybe you build another cottage or a little ranch that's a 2-bedroom, and share the 3-bedroom septic for a total of 3 bedrooms on the property. And you can utilize the 2 separate homes. The second limitation of that is that it does have, the entire property needs to remain within one family. So you could have a 2-bedroom for yourself, and then the single bedroom maybe as an in-law situation, or it could be parents and children. But anyway, that's the biggest restriction I'm aware of, is that although you can have 2 structures on the land, it has to be one family, and again, within the limits of the septic system. So with that said, I am going to now show you the property. So what I'm showing you here is a map of the lots that make up the property. Now there are 7 separate lots that comprise the property, and from a tax perspective, each one of those individual parcels are taxed on a separate bill, so you do receive 7 bills for taxes. But from a registry of deeds perspective, all 7 lots are combined into a single deed and considered a single property. Now the house, the septic, and the leach field all are in the upper left-hand corner of lot 120. The remaining lots are all just wooded lots. The 6 lots that are outlined in red are all adjacent to one another. The 7th one is that little triangle in the lower left, number 90. That's separated from the property by a paper road, which is just, on paper. It's woods and you can't even tell it's in there. And that's why I've indicated an easement in the listing, is because of that separation of lot 90 from lot 121 by the paper road. And just to say once again, 360 feet of frontage on Springfield Drive. And then you have 200 feet of frontage on Stowe Place. So there you have it, 31 Springfield Drive, Littleton, Massachusetts. A cozy 2-bedroom cottage that you could move right into and use as a home, or due to the size of the land, there is some potential development opportunity there. So I want to thank you for taking the time to sit through another one of my videos. If you have any questions about this property or real estate in general, please feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to help. That all said, again, thank you and take care.